He's probably the best stand-up in Britain at the moment, who's actually working.
I think Stuart Lee is sublime at the moment.
Stuart Lee is brilliant, full stop.
Stuart Lee began his career as one half of the comedy duo Lee and Herring. More recently, he gained notoriety as the co-writer of Jerry Springer the Opera, but is considered an all-round agent provocateur and one of the most admired stand-ups on the circuit.
It was kind of the same sort of thing as I've always been doing. It's just that in 2000, I'd get reviewed and people would go, here he is again with his long, monotonous sentences, boring. And then suddenly, 4 years later, they're going, hooray, here he is again with his long, monotonous sentences. Genius, 5 stars. So I don't know what happened. Walking around there on the 9th of November, 911, and I went into a little Spanish bar. And on television, there was all this film of buildings on fire and things falling down and people running around screaming. And I said to the barman, where's that? In Spanish, ¿Dónde está? And he said, Nueva Eureka. And I thought, oh, it's in Colombia or somewhere, it doesn't matter.
He'll make you think about a whole host of subjects, so you'll go away, it's sort of enlightened as well as amused.
And then I watched for a bit longer Glasgow, and I realised that it was New York, where English-speaking people live. And therefore, a terrible, newsworthy tragedy.
The thing about Stuart is you just know that every word that comes out he's wrestled with, thought about, pondered.
If you were to lock an American for 60 years in an empty underground bunker which contained nothing except a woolly tea cosy, the American would not even be curious enough to be tempted to see if the tea cosy would make a serviceable hat.